Tati. I decided to go back on live because honestly, like, I kind of like it. I can see why people go on live. I should have made a post saying that I was gonna go on live again, but I didn't. I forgot. But I just got back from like the grocery store, and that was the quickest I ever seen people move. Like, I don't know what the occasion was. Maybe it's because I came and I went to the grocery store during rush hour, but yo, like, everybody was practically running in the grocery store. I'm like, what's going on? Like, what? I did not know grocery stores get that like hectic during rush hour. Like when they call it rush hour, they're not kidding. It's truly a rush. I'm like, what is going on? Like, did I miss something? What are these buttons? Hmm. What do these buttons do? Hmm. What does plus do? Ooh, start a poll? I don't know. But yeah. I feel like I feel like everything, like all the answers are within, but the hints to get the answer is shown each day. Like, I made a video like literally like what, that I posted an hour ago. Like, just talking about how everything is a mirror and people are portals. Like, I wanted to discuss on that because it's literally the truth. Like, the more and more we think about things, the more and more things become clearer. Like, I feel like if we just think in like a simple mindset, I feel like things will get easier at the same time. Because it doesn't really make sense to me how okay, you go to school for like a majority of your life. You finish school and then you go to college. Okay, 4 years, boom, and then you get a job. But when people describe jobs, oh hi, when people, hey there, when people describe jobs, they like talk about jobs in a way that um it's described as something you're not supposed to enjoy. Like Barbara also like Barbara also convinced that you're supposed to work a job that you're not going to enjoy. Like, you're making bread. Should you use sourdough or dildo? You got you got me so good. Or how did I walk into that? Oh my gosh. All right, I'm not gonna lie. You got me. You got me. Anywho, um, yeah, to we're expected to work a job that we're not expected to like, but at the same time, if we don't work a job that we don't enjoy, then we're not living. That's something I don't really understand. Like, at the same time, like, I can only name two people on my, like, two people that I can think of that actually are working a job that they genuinely enjoy. Not everyone else, not so much. Like, why can't we just do something that we enjoy and at the same time, like, have a livable, like, way of life? I've thought the whole purpose in life is to enjoy it. If you're working a job that you're miserable in and you spend majority of your time at that job and you're miserable, that would make you miserable. So wouldn't the whole point of the job just like not be meaningful? Like I'm confused. Like, did I miss something? Like, I get it. Everybody thinks the same way and it's so easy to like fit into society. But at the same time, I don't think it's the point to just do something that you're not having fun doing. Like, it's just weird to think about, but it's something I do think about constantly. Like, I really do. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm yapping about. I'm just existing. Like, I'm just talking about how we're like convinced to get into a job that we're not interested in, and it's normalized to pick a job that you're not happy in. But I'm like, isn't the whole point of life to be having fun? Like, isn't the whole point of life to be enjoyable? If you're having a job that you spend most of your time in and you're not enjoying it, then what's the point of living? What's the point of having the job? Yeah, the job is so you can get money, but it's like if you're miserable, how can you enjoy the money that you get from it if you're too busy being miserable? Like, that's something I really can't understand. Like, I don't get that. But at the same time, that's for a lot of things in life. We're pressured into being the same way. If you don't have this car, if you don't have a house, if you don't have an apartment, if you don't have so many things you have to buy, and they convince you if you have a flashy, luxurious life, then that's what makes you happy. But they never discuss on like happiness is within. Like a lot of like there's a lot of celebrities that literally unalive themselves and they had it all. Shouldn't just because you have all of these things, shouldn't you be happy? Why would you unalive yourself? At the end of the day, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors with these people. But it just proves like having all of these materialistic things cannot fill the void within yourself. Like, it's crazy to think about, but it's the truth. Like, it's weird. Like, I think back of like my ancestors and how our ancestors were like they just existed. Like, if they wanted to build a house, they'll build a house on some land that they found. Build a little like hut. They'll eat, sleep, repeat. Like, that's all they did. And they just existed and they were enjoying everything that they did. We're literally the only species on this planet that pays to exist. If you want to live somewhere, you have to like pay. That makes no sense to me. You have to pay to live. Like, just thinking about it, you have to pay to live somewhere. Just to exist on land that's already stolen. By the way, that land is already stolen. You gotta pay. Why? Why do we have to pay? Like, just paying to exist sounds crazy to me. I don't understand that. But yeah, that's about it that I was thinking about. But that's something I constantly think about. Like, mm, and how like the seasons change 4 times out the year. Depends on where you live. Where I live, the seasons do change. And I started to realize like each time a season changes, but yeah, the more like seasons change, the more your life changes as well, if you would notice. Like, I realized like a few days ago, like I stopped talking to like a handful of people, and I'm like, that's weird. So now the next time like the seasons change, like when it's winter time, I'll see who comes back in my life. Like, cause around like when it starts to get cold around winter, people start popping in my life. Like, I just realized that. Like, why is that though? Like, we are part of nature, so we move with how nature goes. And to think about that, I was really thinking like, I'm just yapping at this point. The calendar, October. What's an octagon? How many sides does an octagon have? 8. Okay, it's October. How's that the 10th month? The prefix oct means 8, but when it comes to the calendar, it's the 10th month. I don't get that. Like, hmm? I don't get that. Like, I'm like just thinking about it. I'm like, how did we let that slide? Like other countries use like different calendars, and we use this calendar, and it doesn't even go into flow with how like nature goes. Like I really don't understand that. Like how does it make any sense that the new year starts in the middle of winter? How does the new year start in the middle of winter? That doesn't make any sense. Like how are you supposed to blossom and start anew when you're still in the middle of something? Hi. I don't get that. Like, how are you supposed to start something new, to build new, to blossom, but yet everything around you is sleeping? Everything around you is resting. I truly believe like the new year really starts in the beginning of spring, like the spring equinox. I truly believe that's when like the real New Year's is like, and it does make sense because a lot of people don't follow through with their New Year's resolutions because it's not actually the new year. It's the middle of winter. You're supposed to be resting. Like everything around you is might be snowy. If it's around you, it might be like leaves are not on the trees. Like it depends where you live at. But literally every part of nature is just chilling. Mammals are like hibernating. Bugs are like tucked in somewhere. Like everybody's resting. You know, we're supposed to start something new in the middle of a season. Like I truly feel like it's not supposed to be that way. Like I don't get that. But anywho, how y'all doing? I know it's like two of y'all, but I'm glad y'all here. Is there anything y'all want to like talk about or anything? How was your days? Oh damn. Okay. Well, honestly, next time when I do go on live, I said that last time, but maybe I should like go on my laptop and do something. Cause what do people do on live? I don't watch people's lives like that. And if I do, I've been following them for a while. So I'm like, I don't know. I just hopped on live because I was like, why not? But yeah, like us trying to start anew in the middle of winter doesn't really make sense. And like, I feel like if New Year's resolutions were to start in spring, it would actually work. Like, I think that's the reason why most people do not follow through with New Year's resolutions because that's not actually the new year. Like, the new year is in spring because everything, like, flowers start blooming, animals start coming outside more, the grass is greener, everything is new. So we should follow that. We should flow with that. Like, I think we should just follow nature. Just I'm like, why not? But yeah, hi to the person that's in here. Is there anything I want to discuss? How's your day been? What does this button do? Start a poll? Hmm. I'm not really sure. Hmm. I don't know. I've been thinking about it. Like, more and more people are starting to like wake up on the fact of like existence. More and more people are leaving their jobs and they're realizing like these jobs are pointless and they're just running us down like a crayon. Like most people don't like their jobs, so a lot of people are leaving their jobs because they're like, what's the point? Everything is already so expensive. So you can't really blame people for not staying in their jobs. Like I would try to make conversations with strangers and more people are like open to things now. I feel like people are starting to get less close-minded than they were before, and I think that's a really good thing. Like we're really progressing as a society, but there's always gonna be bad apples. That's just how things are. But yeah, now that I think about it, I feel like streaming would be difficult because if you're streaming, I don't know. I feel like it's not the same as like a video because it's like live. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but like it's different for sure. But yeah, like, and I feel like the idea of retirement is a trap. Like, what do you mean I have to work until I'm old and wrinkly, and that's when I stop. Social Security, like, it doesn't even there's no money in it anymore. Like, I'll go to the grocery store and the people that are cashiers are old people. Like, I'm like really looking at them like, shouldn't you retire? But I'm like, yo, like inflation, like people can't afford to retire. And I'm like, it's a trap. Like that's so scary just to think about. Like you spend majority of your life working, and then when you're old and wrinkly, you can't even rest. How did that happen? Like I feel like we dropped the ball for real. Like obviously it's not our fault because we can't really control that. But like that just shows like just do what makes you happy in life. Like do whatever you want. Like do what makes you happy at this point because you really never know when it's your last day. It might be scary to think about, but it's the truth. Like it's inevitable. No matter what you go in the afterlife, like that's your choice. But yeah, I'm trying to think of things to talk about. I should have made a list before I got on here. Damn. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I'm gonna sign out. Thanks for everybody that watched.